Hello, everybody. Tame Bugster here from the TCG-Verse, and I'm redoing this intro because my microphone wasn't on for like the first 5 minutes of the video, and so I'm redoing it here. But here we go. Today I am joined by Hero nor Villain. I'm sure you've heard of him, or if you haven't, I'm genuinely surprised. But yeah, I'll make sure to have all of his stuff in the description. I know, and a link to his channel in the title, wherever it goes nowadays. And it's gonna be a little weird in the beginning because I'm gonna have to do a little bit of shenanigans to fix the fact that there's no questions being answered. But I know what questions were, or questions being asked, and I know what they were, so I can say them again, or at least put them on the screen for you guys to see until I get that. I finally realized I didn't have this set up, so hope you all enjoy, and let's go.
Um, Most likely, definitely the anime as a kid, watching WB, you know, after school and on the weekends. And then, of course, I think what brought it up was also the game. What When it exploded and came out, that's probably what hooked a lot of us, which including myself in there too. Who knows? We're speaking to your audience, so um, my main one is actually a Squirtle, and then his daddy Blastoise, and then War Turtle in that evolution line order, and then Mewtwo, um, and I think Mewtwo, Mew, Mew and Mewtwo. Um, but I think there was another one that I'm not sure. I mean, I like Scyther. I mean, there's various ones, but those are the main ones. We can go on and on. The most for Squirtle, it was the anime that made me like him actually. Um, you know, the cool Squirtle squad with the sunglasses, the little gang, friends, and he's all tough, and then he meets Ash, and and then the rest is history, and then throughout the anime, at least as far as I saw, like at certain times he would come out and actually put those sunglasses back on, you know, always a little homage to the past. I mean, there's love to the starters for sure, and even Pikachu, because Pikachu technically was also a favorite one growing up, but as I grew older, it maneuvered, and plus Squirtle was my first Pokemon on the game.
So, what brought you into, I guess, doing YouTubing on Pokemon and whatnot?
Um, Believe it or not, I mean, I had a channel a while ago, and I mean, it's still an active channel. I just don't put anything in it.
Mm-hmm.
It was more with cooking, Pokemon in general. What brought me to Pokemon is I started creating content. Um, you know, I started like with almost anybody else, was watching videos, and it was becoming popular. So started watching like Leon Hart videos. I was introduced to a creator called Trainer Trey. You
Okay.
know, shout out him. Shout out to him too. He does his own physical store,
Okay.
um, which is motivational in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and meeting everybody else, and seeing that everybody was supporting each other, and lifting each other up. I mean, I just gave it a shot. Um, Not expecting anything of it, of course. I mean, trying to do it just to something creative. So I just started posting little more of a full length videos at the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
and then now I just transitioned to shorts. Makes it easier on the wallet,
Yeah.
um, and you know, kind of the rest is kind of history. It's kind of what I'm doing now.
Mm-hmm.
So um, that that's plain and simple. The community is what brought me into it. and has kept me into it. Is what we're doing now. This is, I mean, I'm honored to, that you thought of me for your content, which is awesome in itself. You know, and like I just had another one where out of nowhere, a guy asked if I wanted to do a little illustration for his logo. You know, I, just made Pokezonin, another creator, and I just ended up doing it, and he loved it.
What?
And seeing him, show it off, put it on a shirt, on a game mat. He actually sent me one. That's amazing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And all of that encompasses as well. I mean, I don't know if this is going to be a question later on, but all of this that I've just mentioned encompasses Pokemon. You know, it's the friendships, the community, the hobby. And that's what it's all about. If the world was more like our community in certain aspects, we would be better off as a whole.
Yeah, we do have a really good community here going on. It's hard to beat.
No, that and I like other hobbies, and I'm sure you do.
Yeah.
And sometimes we tiptoe on other communities, but we always seem to divert back to something like this.
Yeah. It's I don't know. I haven't seen any communities quite like this one anywhere I've gone, because everywhere you go, something crazy is going to be happening, or people are just always angry all the time or whatnot. But here, it seems like it's a pretty kind place, pretty opening, welcoming, wherever
Well,
you go.
you know,
Well,
for the most part.
most part.
Not throwing shade. There's always seems to be conflict, which is normal. It's just as long as we're able to get past that,
Yeah.
that's what matters.
Yeah. It's always, I mean, yeah, wherever you go, always gonna be conflict. Here, though, I mean, we know it happens, but depending on the group you're hanging or you're gonna be around or with or watching, it's usually gonna be fine most of the time.
Yeah. No, definitely.
So, I guess when it comes to the different kinds of Pokemon media, what exactly out of all the, I mean, we already talked about you watching the anime, and I know you play the games, but and well, obviously we do trading cards. But anything outside of that, have you dabbled into?
Um, well, I didn't continue collecting it, but I also had the manga for Pokemon, which the first section is like 6 volumes. So manga in itself, I mean, it's a different story than the anime,
Uh huh.
you know. Um, so that's the different medium of it.
Yeah.
And are you talking specifically about Pokemon or just any in general?
Yeah. Kind of Pokemon, but we can go
Yeah.
in general. We can go in general.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, because manga in itself. I mean, besides it being comic books, that's another thing that is something that I love to do is read. As an adult, it's harder to put the time into it, but that's still uh, something that I try to keep doing. So reading the manga from different animes, watching try to watch different animes. You know, there's so much vast of content out there, uh, and it just brings you back, to those memories, and just uh, Pokemon just encompasses all of those too as well. So it's just like I was like I lost my train of thought now. Yeah. Because it just makes me think so much of everything.
Yeah.
So sorry about that, man.
No, it's alright.
Refresh me with the question.
I think it's
Refresh me
just,
with the question.
I guess, what have you just dabbling into other things within Pokemon or outside a little bit? Outside of trading cards, trading cards, anime, and the games.
Okay. I mean, artwork. I mean, drawing. That's another hobby.
Yeah.
I mean, which you can include, Pokemon if you draw Pokemon. I do want to dabble in creating 3D art with the trading cards, which just brings you back. It's just like I'm sticking to Pokemon. Like I haven't diverted too much away from it. You
Yeah.
know, like the only diversion that I've done from the hobby right now is a little bit of One Piece,
Okay.
which is another anime. So,
Yeah.
and slightly back to My Hero Academia, reading the manga before I watch the anime.
Okay.
So,
I haven't read the manga yet. I've watched some of the anime. I haven't gotten past. I think I'm in season 3.
mm, right. For the uh, My Hero
Or My Hero.
or okay, okay.
I haven't
No,
gotten to One
I like
Piece
it.
yet. That's a bit of a commitment.
I like it. Yeah, yeah. Oh, and I fell off on Boruto.
Mm.
I I, I couldn't go back to it, but
Yeah.
that's about it that I branch out. And Marvel movies,
Oh.
um, comic books,
Hmm.
you know. So I'm trying to iterate that in everyday life. So um, I do want to start grabbing a few comics and just have them out and read them at a leisure and
Yeah.
include that in.
Well, that'd be pretty interesting to see.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, as like I know with you talk about like the mangas, I don't know if I have them like out here with me, but yeah, I got a couple of the Pokemon the mangas from the first gen version.
I mean, I can't show the front, but this is I got one
Ah,
here.
okay.
Yeah,
It's
I
like,
mean that's just the ones that I'm trying to sell
yeah,
because they're experts, but it's just what I had on hand. Everything else is on my bookshelf
yeah. It's like
that I have.
my bookshelf's behind me, but I think all my manga is in the basement in the box, unpacked still. Or-
Yeah.
but yeah,
And as you can see, there's a lot of methods of collecting, and it's hard to get on all of them, but the little bit that I have is great. You don't have to have much
yeah,
to enjoy uh, the art of collecting, the art of being a part of the community. You know what I mean?
hmm it's yeah. There's just so much you can collect, pretty much anywhere you go. I mean, Pokemon, obviously, we got a vast selection of what you can do with trading cards,
Games.
games,
Yeah.
manga. If you're buying the anime, I guess you can do that as well. um,
No, yeah. Yeah.
toys, the whole hootenanny. I did not say that
Yeah.
right.
Oh, yeah. Also to mention it for like your viewers, and anybody that's thinking of starting content, it just doesn't have to be about Pokemon. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You can bring it. It's your channel. You put out what you want to put out. You know, game reviews, playthroughs,
Hmm.
um, drawing, painting, music. Go for it.
Yeah.
You know.
You can do anything. I mean, obviously, you mentioned you had an older channel you did cooking and whatnot on, and now
Yeah.
you have you have the Hero Villain Pokemon stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
I have TCG-Verse. Obviously, I just focus on trading
Yeah.
cards, but then I've had my channel that I
Right.
had for years. That's just my normal channel. I do whatever I want on.
Right. Right. Yeah. Because on my logo, I have I have of course the animated version of my face, but I have a game controller and some trading cards. So it's like I forgot to add like a pencil or something artwork wise,
Hmm.
but kind of want to encompass in my channel. I haven't put anything much out there of like say drawing. I had I think like one or two, um, but that's what I want to incorporate into the channel too as well is artwork
Yeah, that'd be
too
pretty
as
cool
well.
to see.
Forms of art. Yeah.
So I guess back more on the Pokemon sphere of things. Ah, that's a good one. If it came to recent sets, what would you say has been like your favorite to open? I guess so far.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's easy. so far. I haven't moved away from 151, Scarlet and Violet. I haven't moved away. I need to catch that Blastoise, man. You know
Yeah,
this.
I know you
You
do.
know this. It's like, come on, man.
You gotta get
Um,
the
or is that a
Blastoise.
trick question? No, but I mean, out of that though, that
Hmm.
is the set I'm stuck on.
Yeah.
Um, there's a bunch of awesome artwork on the new ones.
Hmm.
You know, um, so there's a lot of them that I want to get. You know, that are just I think I would rather buy just the singles than go through the packs. But eventually, maybe after I pull the Blastoise, then I'll jump into the newer sets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just saying that question, and I was like, I know what he's gonna say.
No, yeah, yeah.
Um, so, like, what are some of the artworks that you've enjoyed? I guess, since you talked about that, of the cards that you would just buy singles for, I guess.
Well, off the top of my head, the Garbodor was one of them because it had a nice artwork. I forget what set it's from. I'm bad with sets.
Yeah.
Okay, I just know the artwork. So Garbodor, just because within the channel,
Mhm.
it Garbodor, you lost your spot, and you know. There was well, it's an older set. It was a few years ago now, from Crown Zenith that I know. Um, there's a Scizor. You know, I can go on. You know, there's quite a bit more.
Yeah.
So you know, too many to name and to think of, and plus I didn't write down a list.
Yeah.
But most of them are sometimes they will lean into the original Pokemon. You know, the 151.
Yeah.
So, but I still branch out a little bit as long as the art is nice.
Yeah. And there
Yeah.
are a lot of nice artworks. I mean, recently I went to a little card show. Well, yeah, the card party weekend. I went somewhere else because I can't go to card party, but picked up just a few. But it was mainly just because it was like, oh, I'm probably never gonna open the sets anytime soon, and I just like the artworks. I picked up things like, well, I think you got that the other night, the Almanite.
Okay, okay. Yeah, you know, it's a simple artwork, but it's still beautiful. Once you actually look at the cards,
Hmm.
you know, you find out that there's so much more to it than just as when you're opening it, you know.
Yeah.
And what else did you get?
I also picked up
You
this,
know, let's learn a little bit about a verse, you know.
Mantike art rare,
Mm.
mainly because I just liked, well, I was actually just, it was before card party. I know Team Pocket had posted something about what's your favorite art rares, and I mentioned that because I
Okay.
had seen it around, and I was like, oh, that's a really cool card. I like that. And then I went to the show and I saw it. I was like, well, I guess I'm buying that now.
It happens. It happens.
Yeah.
Um, okay, okay.
And then I guess the last kind of important one, because the rest of the stuff I just kind of picked up for to add to sets that I wasn't gonna get and whatnot. But yeah, I picked up I don't remember. I think it's one of the newer sets with the Sawsbuck art rare and that glare.
The Sawsbuck,
Yeah.
the one like in the forest.
Hmm.
Oh, okay. That's nice. The Deerling, you know, that would be a nice set right there too. Also, on
Yeah.
both of them.
No one had the
Yeah.
Deerling. Someone had the Sawsbuck. I was like, I can get the Deerling another time, I guess. But yeah.
You know, I totally forgot I can actually look at stuff so that way I know what we're talking about.
Yeah. But I don't know. I guess that's the fun with going to stuff like that is. I mean, apart from you get to meet new people and whatnot, especially with stuff like card party. I mean, I know both me and you didn't
Right.
go, but this year at least. But
Yeah.
it's still. But I mean, you
No.
still get to go around, maybe meet some new people, and you can find some things that you might be interested in buying and whatnot.
No. Yeah. No. No. Definitely. I've actually been to I think one card show.
Hmm.
Well, not it wasn't just a card show, but it was like a little small Comic Con, But they also had Pokemon and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The other one was just card party from last year. I
Hmm.
went one day, you know. Um, so I know what you're talking about. It's like you see so much stuff that you never saw, and you're like, oh my God. It's like, can I buy it? But sometimes you look at the price and be like, no.
Oh yeah, that's.
But you still appreciate that it's there. So it could also be a goal. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
You know, for what how we talk about each other, supporting each other. It's like if you have goals, little steps to those goals you can achieve to get your favorite card
Yeah.
for sure.
And I mean, everyone's obviously got different. Well, majority of people are probably gonna have different cards, and it's. I mean, everyone's got based on their likes, favorite Pokemon. Maybe some people are just there for the investments. Who knows? And they're just looking at the high
Yeah,
values. And I don't know. It's just. I mean, I know.
which is not it's not a bad side to look. You know,
Yeah. I mean, everyone collects how they want to collect. It's you can do it however you
definitely.
want, open whatever you want, collect what you want, and I mean, yeah, I mean, I do whatever I want, I feel like,
Exactly, you're right.
and you do it whatever you feel like.
Yeah, no, no, and exactly, exactly. You shouldn't be shamed for what you collect.
Yeah,
We all have different tastes. You know, but at the end of the day, it's still you're gonna take that away from you.
yeah. So I'm assuming,
Okay?
do you play the Pokemon TCG?
No,
Mm.
I don't. Not not even religiously. I've played it here and there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I want to incorporate that too as well within the channel, but it's like um, putting the time and effort. I haven't done that, and that's a lot of my issues that I have is not putting the time into it because there's so much stuff I want to do.
Yeah.
Um, but I've also wanted to build like my own deck too as well, because I went through my bulk recently and trying to
Mm-hmm.
separate some stuff, and it gets you thinking. So I know how to play it. It's just finding the right cards that work with each other, um, and getting accustomed to changing it or making different ones. You
Yeah.
know, so it's a lot. People don't understand that it's there's a lot way more thought. Even though the game is kind of when you get to it, it's simple.
Mm-hmm.
It's the preparation for it is way more in depth than people think.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm
As
not much of a strategist. You know what I
mm-hmm.
mean? So I don't think competitively
Yeah.
when it comes down to that. Yeah, I want to win, but not like oh I'm going to like break your leg so I can win kind of mentality. You know.
Yeah, I've got some friends like that.
Yeah. So because like the whole concept is at the end of the day, it's something that we love and should lift up people, not trying to, you know, bring them down. You
Yeah.
know,
I mean,
sportsmanship.
yeah, and I mean, I haven't played much. I think I went to one local tournament for Pokemon, and then I did. Um, well, they're not together anymore. The Cardboard Addicts podcast when they held their tournament, I did that as well.
Mm.
And I mean, that was
Okay.
fun. That was me literally learning how to play the game on the go. But it's
Mm.
just a fun time,
Okay.
especially with the different digital applications and whatnot. It makes it easy to learn, test, mess around, and figure out what you want to do, I guess.
Okay. Yeah. Um, no, no, that's and like I said, it's like one would have never known. You know, you have to put those thoughts into to get something that is fruitful too, as well. You know what I mean? Because you also the whole point of participating in those events is to try and see if you could kind of be the best in a sense. You know, be the
Yeah.
winner. You know, be the Pokemon master. You know, so it's understandable, but maybe I could try and work on that myself too. You know.
Yeah. And I know what you were talking about with like the deck building. You always gotta update it, always gotta change it, and just make sure it's gonna work. I mean, at least here in Pokemon, it's slightly easier or consistent as compared to stuff like Yu-Gi-Oh. I know.
Oh yeah. Oh
I,
yeah.
I mean, my friends keep trying to drag me to local tournaments for Yu-Gi-Oh, and I'm like, I somehow my deck is still legal, but I made that in like so many years ago. It is not competitively viable in any way, shape, or form.
Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, speaking on Yu-Gi-Oh, that was another anime that I loved, and I also built a deck, but played when I was younger, or actually in high school.
Yeah.
I would play with my brother, but with my brother, we would try and use the rules from the anime instead of learning how to actually play the TCG.
Oh yeah.
So that was a fun little uh, memory there.
Yeah. I mean, I grew up. I got introduced to Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh like on the same day, because
Okay.
my uncle was a big Yu-Gi-Oh person. He just enjoyed playing it and going to tournaments and whatnot, and he was overly competitive in the aspects of it.
Mm,
um, but
awesome.
it's like I think he got me something. It was like some two starter decks, and then um, like some kind of box from I think Black and White. And ooh, that is nice.
Sorry, I just have to because I have it right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was like I got introduced to that kind of stuff, and I never learned how to play the Pokemon TCG because I was so confused and no one I knew how to play it. um,
Yeah, it seems like that was a consensus. A lot of
but
people didn't know.
but then like with Yu-Gi-Oh, like I said, my uncle played it, so it's like that same day we got it out. He's like, "All right, here you go. Here's how you play it. We're gonna have a duel."
Okay, yeah.
And so
Fun memories.
it's
See?
like, yeah, it's like I always. It's that's one of the things I always enjoyed playing, and then I could play it with family and friends. Outside of that, no, I couldn't play that. Nothing was ever competitively viable for me.
Yeah. And like now, don't even ask me to learn how to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I hear it's crazy.
Yeah, no, I think, whew, yeah, my friend, like, I introduced my friend into Yu-Gi-Oh, and now he's like 10 times better at it than I am. Like, I mean, when I introduced
Um,
him, I used to at least be able to play and like somewhat compete, and now I just show up. I'm like, all right, I do this, and then my turn is like, all right, I do this, and you're dead.
mm. But
So,
don't let your friend ever forget that who pushed him to that road.
yeah, yeah, no, sorry,
You
blue.
know, it's like your wins are my wins. Take credit. No.
Yeah, I don't know. Nowadays, he just teaches me how to play the newer stuff, and then
Okay, we'll see. Hey, comes around.
yeah,
It comes around. Yeah.
it's like, oh, I know how to play this stuff. Here's how you play it. And nowadays, it's like, all right, here's all. I need to test this deck, so I'm gonna have you play against it. I'm like, what am I doing? What is this?
They're using you as a crash test dummy.
Yeah, crash test dummy with no idea what they're doing.
Yeah.
Makes it easy to win on that standard.
Yeah.
But, ah, There we go. That's a good way to derail a conversation. um,
Oh yeah.
what were we talking about again? Huh. You know, I think that was from favorite Pokemon or cards you wanted to collect. Man, that really derailed.
Oh yeah. No, no, there was a question in there. There was a question in there.
um,
Uh, but I forgot it.
I did as well. All right. Let's see. What
Okay.
else can I think about?
It's
Um,
like reel it back in. Reel it back in.
okay. So, um, with the Pokemon games, obviously I know you've played obviously the older ones, and I know you have Blue, or yeah, is it Blue?
Yes.
And you've been
I
playing
played blue and
through,
red.
Leaf Green, but
Leaf green. Yep.
what all games the Pokemon series have you played?
From the old ones, I mean, in the beginning, blue, red. I mean, blue and red is the same, and then yellow, and then silver,
Hmm.
and then crystal, ruby, sapphire. So those were the old ones. I kind of stopped at that point, and
Yeah.
then back in with uh, leaf green and red fire.
Huh.
Um, and then like the newest game that I played of Pokemon that I never finished was
Hmm.
Pokemon X. That's where I
Ah.
met Froakie,
Okay.
and Greninja.
Yeah. Greninja is a
Yeah.
pretty cool Pokemon.
Um, and then I do have a 64.
Hmm.
So Pokemon Stadium
Ah. Yep.
uh, on the Switch, the Pokemon tournament one where it's fighting.
Oh,
Um,
DX.
the fighting,
Uh,
yeah, the DX, the tournament DX.
uh,
Um, I liked it. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. That was pretty fun.
yeah.
Legend of Arceus.
That one.
Um, of course. Yes, that one. Yeah. Uh, like this a little funny anecdote, and it's real derailing it again. But I had my wife play that game first, and she was beating me to a pulp in the beginning. And I had told her, hey, go through the tutorial, you know what I mean, and all that, right? So I
Uh-huh.
went through the tutorial, and then she couldn't beat me. Not
Yeah.
trying to brag, but she had more wins.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
I don't think I ever really had anyone to play it with. Like, I think I played it with people twice, and outside of that, I just was playing through the story mode. I just grinded through the
Yeah.
story mode.
Yeah. I mean, she was the only one I've played versus with, you know.
Yeah.
Um, so you have to have the online to be able to do all that stuff.
I mean, I guess I do,
I
but
think like
I don't use it a
yeah,
whole lot. Whoa.
yeah, um, yeah. So that's roughly about most of the Pokemon games. I mean, there was one like the mystery dungeon ones. I wanted to play those, so I didn't get to play those, but
Yeah.
that's uh, that's roughly encompasses what a few generations of consoles too as well.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I do like those mystery dungeon games. A lot of those spin-off titles are fun to play. um,
Okay.
I think a couple of years back, just because I was wanting to, and I had wherever it's at my GameCube. Because
Oh, you got a GameCube.
I got a GameCube with the Game Boy player in it, so
Oh,
um, I
mm,
was playing through that, and then I was just like, okay, I want something to play. So I bought Emerald and I bought Red Rescue Team for the GBA,
okay.
and then
Cool. Awesome, man.
because I beat Rescue Team, but I wanted to replay through it.
Okay.
it's just,
You
it's
know,
it's all fun.
no, dude, it's like I said, we wouldn't play them if they weren't fun for us. Good memories. So,
True.
we enjoy it.
I do have to say though, when you're talking about N64, I think that was probably one of the funniest things I own somewhere down there with it. I inherited it from my uncle.
Okay.
Um, but it's Pokemon Snap with the Blockbuster logo on it.
Oh,
So
Guess you forgot to return it. No,
forgot to return it to, and they're not gonna take it back now.
no. I mean, no, right? Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
But yeah, that was just
funny.
that was fun. I was like, I never really got to play the N64 because I tried it. I played Pokemon Stadium because that was fun. But
Right.
the N64, I have to fix it up. It's got some cables that are bad. So I remember when I first played it, I was a lot younger, and it was just go plop in Stadium, have fun, and then all of a sudden all
Yeah.
the sound would just die and the screen would go black and white, and
Mm.
and I'm just like, oh, this is fun, and then it would just come back on.
Yeah. Sometimes you gotta smack them like the old times. Make them
Yep.
work.
Just
You know,
gotta
it's
just gotta make sure everything's running right. Smack it a
electronics
couple
for a little.
times. Blow through the cartridge to make sure it's
That's
all
right.
cleaned.
Yeah, which we weren't supposed to. We weren't supposed to blow on the cartridges.
Don't blow on the cartridges, but everyone does
Mm.
it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Imagine if that wasn't really why they worked. We were just doing that for no reason, and it was just the pins. It's because see again derailed, but my Nintendo,
hmm
okay, had that issue, because technically, if it was brand new, you should technically be able to stick the cartridge in, push it down, and work automatically.
Yeah.
You know, now as an adult, I know that if those connectors aren't set up right,
hmm
they don't make any contact, and that's why it doesn't work. So you need to fix your pins.
Yeah.
Little PSA,
Fix your pins, people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um. So, how, when it comes to like, I mean, I know obviously you do some kinds of challenges with obviously your run in Leaf Green right now. Was the no items in, was the no items in battle, right?
Yeah.
And
They call it the little. Well, I think you said a Nuzlocke. So no items during battles
hmm
at all. I can't run from any wild battles
hmm
at all. Um, except like say if I wanted to use a move that does happen that you can use to do that.
oh,
That's legal, but not
like roar,
like whirlwind. Yeah,
whirlwind, yeah.
or roll. Exactly. Yeah. Um, and I think that's about it. Um, that's the only challenge I have. But as you can see, there are certain things that you can't do.
hmm
So you gotta let your Pokemon faint, unfortunately, and go through all your Pokemons.
Yeah.
You know, but it's a slight little challenge, but not as drastic as some of the ones
Whew.
that I've seen.
Yeah. I I always used to have fun just doing like Nuzlocke, like I guess normal Nuzlocke runs with my friends and whatnot. We'd go play through like Emerald or something, and we all try and follow somewhat basic Nuzlocking rules.
Hmm.
If Pokemon faints, it dies, whatnot. One Pokemon per route, and all of that stuff. Uh,
Okay.
Fortunately, I couldn't read the rules because half the time I was at school and the everything's blocked and I couldn't access the
Right.
Nuzlocke rules. So I never heard of a dupes clause where if you catch a Pokemon and you encounter it as your first encounter, you can catch a different Pokemon. So I'm pretty sure, as long as that run lasted for me, I had my starter, and then I caught Poochyena for every single encounter until I lost.
Oh. I see. Yeah. I mean, I haven't dipped my toes exactly to different Nuzlocks,
Uh-huh.
but eventually, I mean, it's all it is I'm trying to just do the journey, not trying to get to the destination fast,
Yeah.
enjoy the time, because I also have, you know, also the other thing that I want to do in the game is collect all the Pokedex entries.
Mhm.
So you have to catch all the Pokemon, and we know that there's two versions, so you have to trade. So I still have to start a fresh game on the
Yeah.
on the other version to kind of catch up. and I haven't put time to do that, but that's what I want to do. So that's another, not a Nuzlocke, but a challenge.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I've enjoyed. Obviously, that's supposed to be the main goal for Pokemon is collecting all the Pokemon. I mean, you get the Pokedex for a reason, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's like I've had fun. I've only, I think, actually completed the Pokedex in one game, and that was Let's Go Eevee, um, for the Switch. So it's just another Kanto remake,
Yeah,
and I
I
had,
love that one too, except for the mechanics.
yeah, I mean, I had fun with it. But I also had, I also have both Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, so I just would
Mm-hmm.
play, use a Switch Lite to my Switch and trade between things.
Mm-hmm.
And then I tried to complete the Legends Arceus Pokedex, but I think I have like 3 or 4 Pokemon left that I need to get in that dex, and I gave up because I didn't. I got bored of it, and everything. When I looked at I was like, where do these spawn at? And it's like, oh, they spawn occasionally in the space-time distortions that only have a chance of occurring every so often.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll leave that for another day.
It happens. It happens.
But I don't know. It's like there's always so many different fun things you can do, no matter the games you're playing. And I mean, obviously, we even see that with just Pokemon collecting, Pokemon, just in the card collecting as well. People doing challenges too.
Right.
So are you? I'm assuming you probably have some sets you've worked on or are working on right now, right?
Yes, I do. I do have a few sets that I'm working on. Um, oh, sorry.
Oh no,
I don't think you finished your question.
I was just gonna ask what sets those were then.
Sorry. Yeah. Because I mean, oh gosh. Um, I do have a few sets that I'm working on. A few vintage, and the most modern one is basically 151 right now.
Yeah.
I'm close. You know, I need some of the bigger hits for 151. Um, the other one of the vintage is regular base set unlimited.
Okay.
I have, I think, about maybe 10 or 11 cards left,
Ooh, that's pretty
and
good.
one of them I think it's the Charizard. I ended up giving the one that I had away.
Ah, I see.
Um, and then the rest of them are like uncommon, common trainer cards.
Yeah.
And then to list the rest of them, Team Rocket, Jungle. Um, I think I was going to do either Gym Heroes or Gym Challenge.
Mhm.
And they're very very low. I mean, I think like Jungle is close, um, and that's a maybe Team Rocket maybe.
Okay.
And I'm doing both unlimited and first edition,
Ooh.
but I know those are going to take forever. So, but still,
Yeah.
those are the sets I'm working on.
Okay. Yeah, I know with that one giveaway I won from you with vintage stuff. I added that to my was that Fossil or Jungle? I can't remember anymore.
I think, yeah, because I think it was a mix-up, if I'm remembering correctly. But yes, it's one of the others. Um, hey, you know, somebody can complete their binder.
Yeah. Fossil. That's what it was.
Okay,
I
awesome.
just had to reach over.
Yeah.
I only got 2 binders anyway, so. But it's obviously, yeah, you probably got a better start than I do for a base set because I've been working on that as well.
And that could be true. And you can find deals out there. You know what
True.
I mean? That one, it was unfortunately like that got me off, but it was an impulse buy. So, you know, something I didn't take, you know, I just wanted it, and it just happened that they
Yeah.
had most of them, because they actually listed it as all 151 Pokemon.
Mm.
And of course, we know that in the original set they didn't put all 151 Pokemon in the first set. You
Yeah,
through multiple sets.
because it's
But
only
that helped me
so many.
spread them out and start it.
Yeah,
So um, but it's a process. You can take your time, slow and steady.
yeah,
You don't have to get everything right away just to have it.
and I mean, it's fun. I think. I don't know. I was trying to think through because I just have the binder here. It's like from what you gave me and then what I had, fossils. Really just missing the hollows hits for fossil.
Mm,
Um,
okay.
and then base hits a little while back because the only hollow I got's the Machamp.
Oh, okay. Okay.
um, but then yeah, it's just I've been working on the 25th anniversary stuff, but I made that way worse than it needed to be
How
because
so?
so I have obviously the normal English cards, which I'm only missing like I think the Flying Pikachu VMAX, and I have everything else from that. Obviously the classic collection, all the promos, the McDonald's one, 25th cards, the Japanese 25th hits, and so it's just yeah, but all the Japanese ones, all the English ones, the promos, and then McDonald's. So
Yeah, that's why I just do like even with 151, I'm just doing the basic set.
yeah,
I'm not doing promos. I'm not doing all that. Just a basic regular set.
to be fair though, I think I actually have all the promos pretty much from 25th anniversary, so it's really
Mm,
just I don't
okay.
I don't you never see like I guess I don't really ever see Japanese 25th anniversary around anymore, so I haven't been able to get any in a while. And Celebrations is already expensive for 4 cards in a pack and a chance to get what I need.
Huh, yeah. Um, yeah. I mean, I still, they tell me not to open it, but it's like I still have one ETB here,
Oh yeah.
um, with packs on it. So, we can send them your way. You know, get
uh,
lucky.
maybe. I'm
Hey,
just
just don't pull the Blastoise, okay?
just
Just don't pull the Blastoise.
if I pull a Blastoise, I'll send it to you.
Because you know what? I've never pulled the Blastoise from Celebrations either.
Well, I haven't either. I mean, I pulled the Venusaur, but that works for me because I like Bulbasaur. But
No, yeah.
that was the only one of the starters I ever pulled. And
Hey.
it's funny looking back now because I had got some cards at that convention for 25th anniversary that I was putting in there, and it was just funny looking at the prices now because see things that are like in the cents cheap wise. Blastoise I think was like $4. Venusaur was like 3, and then Charizard's like 79.
That's it. Yeah.
It's like nothing above $10 except for Charizard and Umbreon, I guess.
Yeah.
Ah, man, sidetrack that again. But when exactly would you say that you, I guess, started collecting the trading cards?
Like most people, we took a break. About I think when the hype came back up again, I was already watching Leonhard, so like Vivid Voltage time,
Okay,
I
okay.
started recollecting. And then like I kind of stopped a little bit because it got a little out of hand in the beginning,
Yeah,
and then got back in, and then now is where I'm at right now.
yeah. It's,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's fun. I mean, I collected, well, a little bit when it was kind of dead, I guess, in the water. Because I started collecting a little bit before X and Y. I started collecting black and white, and then X and Y, some people started to come back, and then it went from there. But I took a break, like during Sun and Moon, I guess, because I collected Sun and Moon, but I just, it gets expensive, and I couldn't really buy that stuff. But then I think, yes, Sword and Shield was coming out, and I got some things for that, and then I've been stuck ever since. Gratefully collecting.
Yeah. You know, yeah, I missed quite a bit. I missed quite a bit. So, which, hey, it happens, and
Hmm.
as long as you got to just enjoy it. That's all it is.
Yeah, and it's fun. I'm glad I came back to the hobby when I did, because obviously I get to do stuff like this. I get to have a fun time and meet other
Right? Yeah.
people and just form friendships and whatnot.
Exactly. No. Exactly. Hey, that's encompasses what we keep bringing it back to Pokemon.
Yeah.
Ash, Brock, Misty.
Hmm.
You make those connections, and then they go their separate ways. But then when they meet up again, it's just like you pick it up right where you left off.
Yeah. It's like, whew. With the anime, it's just it's always been fun to watch. I remember binge watching the Indigo League, and
Oh yeah.
that was fun. But and I watched XY. I liked it, but they removed it off of Netflix, so I never finished it.
Right.
And
Yeah. And,
everyone likes their own thing. Everyone likes their own series and whatnot better than the other, probably. Like
yeah.
which one did you like the best? I guess.
Well, I stopped watching. I think about maybe Johto.
Okay.
I forget where. I forget where. I forget where. So another plan is to watch the series all the way to where he finally wins the championship. You
Mm.
know, that
Yeah.
whole that's my goal, is to watch that whole period. So that's one of my tasks. Because like I missed a lot. I missed a lot. There were so many other things, but
Yeah.
I that's what I want to do, to get
Yeah.
that feeling, because that feeling when he finally gets that
Mhm.
is just so emotional. Even just watching that, brings tears to your eyes, man.
Yeah.
So I want to see
I
the journey. I want to see the journey.
I
You know.
I enjoyed. I haven't actually watched the season finale. Obviously I know what happens, because it'd be impossible to miss it in the Pokemon community when it happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
um,
Damn spoilers. Damn spoilers.
but it's like I was watching. Oh crap! What's it? It's Journeys, Master Journeys. I think it was the
Okay.
second season, and I got through that, but then they just hadn't released it in the U.S. yet for the series, so I got caught up, and then I had to wait, and I just haven't ever gotten back to it. But it's, it's fun. You get to go watch things. Obviously, I haven't finished Alola yet, but I know he wins and becomes champion of Alola, but I want to get there sometime.
No. Yeah. You just
And,
got to put the time into it.
yeah.
Well, you'll get there.
So it feels weird. I haven't even attempted to watch any of the new, like the new, what is it, Horizons, I think is what it's called.
Mm.
The
Yeah.
new,
Yeah.
yeah, the new anime.
The newest ones, yeah, with the new characters and everything.
Yeah, and it's not, obviously I like Scarlet and Violet, and I'm assuming it'll be good, because it's still Pokemon, but it probably just won't hit the same.
Right. Yeah.
But
A
guess
lot
I'll
of
give it
people
a
are used to Ash, that's for sure.
Yeah, no, after all those years of being 10 and going on the Pokemon journey, kind of hard not to.
Yeah. Wish we could all stay 10, huh? No responsibilities.
And yeah, and as always, just funny, like just trying to, I guess, compare things to the Pokemon world. It's just you got 10-year-olds
Yeah.
running about. They still got schools, places, but who's actually going to school in the Pokemon world?
Yeah.
It's just, yeah, it's chaotic, funny, and that's what makes it best.
Oh, definitely, definitely. I mean, we can ask you a question.
All
You
right, all
know,
right.
knowing that you're a writer. You know,
Hmm.
but within and you're still within the company of Pokemon.
Yeah.
Um, you know, what do you see yourself doing with your journey? What is what is it that you want to do within your channel?
Um, Phew. Well, within my channel, I I've always got so many things planned that I hope to get to, but who knows when I'll actually get to it. We're all are like that, and I know you talked about being like that. Um, but I mean, I try to serve my channel as being, hey, we got some fun things we're doing, but informational at best. I mean, I try to do
Okay.
news at least. I do like a monthly news about everything that's coming up or coming out and soon and whatnot, been announced. I just haven't gotten to that yet.
No,
It's like
and I did see a video of that. Yeah.
I did want to. Obviously, I want to do some more stuff like this. I think it's fun. You get to know people a lot better and learn what's intrigued them so much about the hobby, how it's affected their lives.
Okay. Yeah.
um,
No. Definitely.
and then,
Okay.
whew, I've had a video that I've been just trying to get people to read over the script, and then I'm trying to figure out how to do it. um,
Okay.
Covering Pokemon through Pokemon's entire history, pretty much. Just
Okay.
on the TCG side of things, though, to keep it simple at least.
Okay.
And
No.
that's
Yeah.
been
You
that
know.
was fun. It encircled. I got to learn more about Pokemon, do some history, do a lot of writing, and
And that's great. You know, because finding out that you're a writer, that that brings you into that portion, and that's a different side that people don't see.
yeah, and
You
yeah, I get
know.
to write it from a more of a storytelling aspect, which
Hmm.
means it's still well. I mean, it's heavily scripted at that point, but I can maybe do it a bit better. and
Practice.
uh, and well, I want to do. I just there was a lot of videos that I've written the scripts for like over a year ago now that I haven't gotten to. Where it's just I wanted to invite a bunch of different people on to teach people how to play the different TCGs because obviously we both talked about having trouble knowing exactly how to play it. So I mean, Pokemon, now I've learned how to play it, so I think I can do well, but bring some people who might know it better than me on and do that. um,
No. Exactly.
I was gonna bring
Okay.
my friend over to do some Yu-Gi-Oh, which I'm pretty sure that one already made itself like a six-part series.
Yeah.
And then I'm currently trying to learn how to play Magic because I don't because I want and it's one of the big three I guess when I think of the big TCGs. Um,
Right.
and I don't know many people who know how to play Magic, so I gotta learn it by myself.
Don't ask me.
I think I have like seven Magic the Gathering cards somewhere in the bottom of the basement. I don't know. I was given a pack at some point. I opened it up and that was it. But yeah, I don't know. It's like I strive to be informational. That's not a word. Informational. um,
Okay. Yeah.
Help people out a little bit. Bring up some fun things. Get to know people. Support others. I mean, obviously, I think you were one of the first people I did my featured Poketuber stuff over a while back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
No, I
and
appreciate that. Thanks for bringing me back.
yeah, and I want to do more of that, but this a bit easier to do. I mean, obviously, people might be more prone to watch shorts. It's shorter, and you know, attention spans nowadays.
Yeah. I mean,
But
yeah.
you can only do
No,
so
you're
much.
right. Yeah.
And
But those that support you would support you, and no matter what. You know,
yeah,
whether you do long, content or short content.
yeah, and
You know.
I mean, I've had fun, and yeah, I know I'm a bit too ambitious at points and times, so it's like I just have all this stuff written down. Got stuff for this channel written down, I don't know, lately I've focused a bit more on my main channel because I kind of ignored it for the better part of a
Mm.
year. um, and I just started doing Saturday uploads on that, and it's turned around actually recently, which has been nice. I think I went from like
Okay. Okay.
59 subscribers all the way up to, I think I checked this morning, 120. Um,
Wow. Well, if you don't mind sharing that information, I'll gladly support there too.
all right, but yeah, just there. Obviously, I try to do more, well, gaming content for the most part. Um,
Okay.
but there, I've done like the past couple of videos I did were theories on video games about what's going on, because still more storytelling for me to do. I get to imagine what's going on, use some knowledge and puzzle pieces. Puzzle pieces is all it is.
Mm. Okay. Yeah.
And then,
It just like with you speaking about your channels and your goals, ambitions,
mm,
it brings in mind a channel that I enjoy. I think he's more on the comedic side. It's
mm.
called Nakey Jakey.
Oh, I've heard of him.
And he does video and he does video game reviews,
Mm,
and he does music too as well. So,
mm.
that's since you know him, you might, it was just something, just in case to show you to kind of see something, and if you already know, then it's good to get inspiration from other creators too as well. If you know
Yeah, and I think
you ever,
that's kind of how I started this channel. It's just it was the Pokemon craze. Everyone's doing stuff. Get to watch all these Pokétubers having fun, doing stuff. And I was like, oh, well, I want to do that too. That
right,
sounds fun. And then I
right,
hopped on, but I just found my place being more. I'm taking the back seat and I'm helping other people out and doing all that, as opposed to being in front of everything.
right, right. You know, and what it boils down to is like have fun. That's the main encompasses of everything. As long as you're having fun doing what you're doing, that's all that matters.
Yeah. And
Okay.
you said you I think in the last live stream you had you uh, have made music slash but you want to get back into it. Is that what you said, right?
Um, well, I dabbled into trying to make music production.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Hearing music, that's another hobby, to listen to music.
Yeah.
Makes me feel to get back to try and make some,
Mm-hmm.
you know, um, which I mean, of course, I haven't, but I do have the programs to be able to do that. Um, and it just, I know I can do it. It's just putting that time and effort, but, you
Yeah.
know,
That I
time
haven't
management,
time management. Whew.
you know, is that like when you said ambitions, it's like, dude, I can relate to that because, like, when I'm at work and I'm ready to come home,
Mm-hmm.
um, it's like I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, this, and this, and this, and it's like 10 things, right? And then I get
Yeah.
home and I barely do one.
Whew.
So
Yeah.
it's
It's
it's a growing process. It's like time management. If you really want to do a little bit of everything, you might want to just um, manage your time. I mean, that's just my recommendation
yeah.
for myself, even for myself, even. But
Actually, it's I don't know. It's like I've dabbled into making music, and some of it went well, some of it iffy. I mean, obviously, I'm dealing with what I can, doing slow. I don't know. I've posted a decent chunk of what I have made on YouTube. It's just and majority of it's all instrumental stuff. So I sometimes use it in
yeah,
backgrounds, but it doesn't fit half the theme. So it just kind of
mm,
lays dormant somewhere on my laptop.
right. Oh,
and
understandable.
and
I've
then
gone through that too.
yeah, and then I did one song where I sung that, and I mean that one did well, but I think it was just over a relevant thing, so it worked out. But I don't know. I don't know anything about making music, so it's obviously not going to be perfect in any way.
Neither do I. Neither do I. I played an instrument one year, and I just enjoy music.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
I think the only reason I enjoyed music is because I play way too many GBA or 8-bit games and love that music.
Mm.
And then I hang out with too many band kids.
I, which is nothing wrong, you know. Whatever genre of music, and you love it. That's all it takes.
Yeah.
It's like too bad we just can't split into multiple people to get this stuff done.
Yeah.
Shadow
Make
Clone Jutsu.
be so much easier. But what are your goals? I guess. I mean, I know you kind of talked somewhat, I guess, about wanting to bring stuff back. But what are your, I guess, on the table goals
Like
right now?
for the channel and everything, or just
For
personal. I mean, we could do both.
Yeah, we can do both.
Yeah. For the channel itself, I mean, like the only real goal right now is, for the hours, for the watch hours, for monetization, which is not necessarily important to me. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? But that's kind of you kind of want to work that because at least it helps you to kind of gear up and hopefully, you know, with whatever you can get to put it back into the channel. You know,
Yeah.
because the hobby does get expensive. There's no beating around the bush. You know what I mean? And then sometimes you sometimes feel pressure to give stuff away. Which you don't have to. People don't have to give stuff away. You know what I mean? If people support you, they'll support you no matter what.
Yeah.
Okay. And then other than that, I mean, I try to stay consistent with at least putting the shorts in. That's like the basic goal. Another one is to try and put a little bit longer content videos. So
Okay.
whether my last one that I just posted, it was just I opened the box live and then I just edited that portion and put it as a long format video,
Yeah.
just in case for the people that missed the live and all that stuff, so they don't have to go fishing through it. But I do want to add a little bit more because the YouTube community or the YouTube, I guess, ecosystem or the way that it works is like if you touch on a little bit of everything, the lives, the long form content, and the short content, then you're a little bit more well rounded
Yeah.
as I guess, a creator for them to push you out. Or who knows? Because I don't really delve into the little specifics, but those are kind of the advices other content creators have provided to me. Which that's another awesome thing about the community. People are willing to help.
Yeah.
So that's the main goal for the channel. I mean, the subscribers really doesn't really matter. Of course they matter for if you want to move up and do all that. Sure.
Yeah.
But those are my basic goals for the channel, and then just in life is just which would it probably include the channel is just my artwork. To put in artwork.
Yeah.
That's to be more artistic, or to stay artistic, because that's one of my favorite hobbies that I used to love to do,
Yeah.
as a kid. So I still do that as an adult, but not as frequently as I wish I would.
Yeah.
So I think that's very simple, I guess, to me.
Yeah. Well,
The
I mean,
goals.
I've seen, yeah, it's pretty simple goals, and I mean, I've seen your artworks. They're a lot better than I can do, that's for sure, because I'm no artist.
Appreciate that. But
Best I did was getting lucky and using a ruler. I guess I don't know. I made because one of the things I've been working on for the past couple of years was making a card game. So I had to. I decided to help out my illustrating team because there's like 2 people.
Wow. And you're into a lot of things, dude. You're into a lot of things.
Keep myself too busy sometimes.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I had these. I called them. They're just called Papellian creatures, but they're all like origami-esque animals. So I was able to. I can draw them because there's a bit more straight lines to them, but I can't really draw smooth and whatnot. That's for everyone else that can do it. It can do it, and I will stick to my ability to do some things.
And that's okay.
Yeah. Um,
Like I said, see, I'm also learning a lot about you, which is you know what I mean. As we know, a lot of us are, multifaceted creatures. We just not to one thing. We have so many things that we love to do. We can't do them all, but we try to.
yeah. I don't know. Right now, when it comes to streaming and whatnot, it's just I used to do it when I started the channel. I would do some semi-consistent streams, and I'd sometimes open up stuff, sometimes just talk with people. Um, did give away a few different things, and that was fine. But it's just recently I don't have really much I can do, and I can't really do gaming stuff unless I do it off my PS4, and then I don't have a face cam, and that's not really the best way to communicate with an audience, I feel like. So I don't know, I had Streamlabs, I had a few other things. I don't have it installed anymore on my laptop. I decided to wait till I build my computer, then I'll get back into streaming maybe, because then I can hook up my PlayStation to my computer. I can put a face cam and a few other things on there, and just make it a bit easier. And I can do Pokemon content if I want to, throw on the Switch or something. And
Right.
I wanted to do that for a while. It's just, yeah, not strong enough hardware to record that kind of stuff.
Right.
I get by with this, and this is about it.
Sometimes sometimes you just got to use what you have.
Yeah.
Um, like how we did today. I was trying to use my computer, but I ended up using my phone because the computer wasn't working for some reason. So,
Yeah.
we make do with what we have.
Yep. That's why I'm not really buying any Pokemon stuff right now, because that stuff's too expensive, and if I want to build a PC, that's also expensive.
Yep. Well, we're kind of in the same boat. I'm using clips from live streams for shorts,
Yeah.
and certain ones, then I'm finally opening, a product that I've been holding on off. So I understand.
Yeah. I was like, luckily, I'm not tempted to open up any of the sealed stuff I got lying around, because there's literally like one sealed pack lying around.
I'm ready.
I mean, I got. Ah, crap. Is it right here? Hold on. Nope. One of these drawers. Oh, come on. Everything needs to stop falling over. Wait. Is that it? That might be it. Well, that's half of it. There we go. Well, that's not stuff I can open up anyways. That's just slabs. But I mean, like a year ago I picked up this, which was nice. What was it, Orange Islands or something?
Oh, okay.
But that's still nice,
No.
or Southern Islands. What? It has it on the package.
Okay, so, yeah, okay.
I don't know why I said Orange Islands.
Well, but the reason why I kind of probably didn't notice, for some reason, at least on my end, I can't always see your screen. So it's like right now I'm just you're a blank screen, but it's most likely the connection somewhere.
Yeah.
But the Southern Island is nice, man. Those are, if you, because that's the only product is the vintage Southern Island. So I used to have those cards. I don't know what happened, but those are some beautiful artwork.
Yeah. And then the only sealed pack I got on me is is a base set Heart Gold Soul Silver in Spanish pack that I picked up a while back.
Wow.
It was just, I was at my local card store and they just had a box of like a booster box of Spanish Heart Gold Soul Silver, $20 a pack. I was like, oh yeah, no, I'll pick that up.
I would have bought one too.
I was like, I'd buy all 4 artworks, but I don't got that kind of money.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't know. It's just been fun. It's just fun. I like to collect the older stuff and keep it sealed. Well, I'm not very good at keeping modern stuff sealed. That's for sure. The best I can do is a promo and leave it in the promo wrapping.
Yeah.
I was like, I think the last live stream I did, I opened up all my sealed product.
Yeah. It happens. It happens.
I was looking through. I'm like, oh, what do I got? Oh, I got a Japanese. It was like base set Scarlet and Violet deck thing, and it came with a Koraidon promo pack or something in it.
Mm,
That was all
okay.
opened, and then I had sword. Had just blisters of sets that I had like the full artworks for the in blisters. They're all gone
Mhm.
now. uh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I feel the pain. I feel
Unless
the pain.
if I could leave it anywhere that's not around me or where I'd want to keep it on display, I'd probably leave it alone.
Yeah. I think that's what's helped me keep some of it sealed.
Yeah, it's just with that, it's like there that I'm not a big person on value, but I am a big person on history, so I'm leaving that stuff sealed because it's vintage.
Okay. Yeah.
Modern stuff, I
Yeah.
keep telling myself, I'm like, oh, I can just go back and I can go buy another one, and I probably got a good chance at pulling something
Mm,
similar.
right.
But whew, we're pretty good at derailing conversations, aren't we?
Yeah. Yeah. It's
uh,
like we might as well just it would have done it as a podcast,
yeah, well,
uncensored. No, no, no. I mean, that's we have to respect that because this is your channel. You know what I mean? So,
yeah,
you know that's these are the things that you as the creator you can put those limitations on there or those expectations of
yeah,
your guests. You know what I mean? Which is, if they enjoy your company or enjoy your content or want to be a supporter of your content, that's
mhm,
they should be able to do that. So
yeah. Well,
yeah.
sometimes I trust the people that I haven't met in person more than the people I have met in person. When it comes to
No,
that kind of
I'm not
stuff.
saying this is a persona or whatever. I'm trying to be myself as well. You know what I mean? I'm
Yeah,
putting a little filter on my vocabulary for sure,
yeah,
but that's something that I'm choosing to as well. You know what I mean?
yeah. And yeah, it's like I obviously I know everyone has their preferences. I mean, I know you curse sometimes. I've been in Gonzo's streams. I know he'll go crazy sometimes. uh, and
I
it's like everyone's got their own different thing, and I mean, occasionally it's fun. It's funny. It catches you off guard if you hear someone curse that doesn't normally curse.
yeah.
I think that's all the questions I can think of right now. I mean, at least pertaining to, keeping it kind of relatively close to Pokemon. If we went
Right.
off on other tangents, we could be here forever. But,
Oh, dude, like that's how I feel on my lives. Just to
yeah.
let you know.
But,
That's it's like it's almost like less playing of the game and just having a normal conversation
yeah. And
with the chat.
that's fun to be a part of.
Yeah.
uh, yeah. Uh, I there we go. Excuse me. So I know you had obviously you're playing legitimate leaf green, legitimate, not rum hacked leaf green.
Mhm.
um, but have you ever, or do you ever plan on, or thinking about playing any of like the I wouldn't say rum hacked, but like the different things I got like Pokemon Infinite Fusion, or I think they just had a new one that was like a browser one that you could play, like Pokemon roguelike or something. Um, but it's like a dungeon kind of game where you pick some starters to start with, and you go through like a bunch of different levels continuously until you either win or lose.
Mm. Um, there's so much out there. It's hard to touch everything. Um, it was a thought. There was one called Pokemon MMO,
Hmm.
um, which is like a server, and then there's different people, and I think you can even interact with people. I'm not 100% sure. I never really dabbled too much into it, but then you can technically pick like your own version of the game within
Oh.
that game, or something like that. My brother would know more of it because he's the one that kind of led me into that.
Uh-huh.
Um, but right now is I'm just sticking with one, not because we can be here all day again. Um, but it's a plan. It's a plan to try different hack games, different versions of Pokemon game, like Ash Gray, which follows the
Oh,
anime
I
on
have.
the 8-bit. Um, so we'll see. We'll
I,
see.
I think a
Definitely.
while back I did end up playing Ash Gray because I just stumbled across it while I was looking through some to play, and got that one.
Hmm.
Yeah, that was fun. I mean, it throws me off so much because it takes what I know of Pokemon and just removes it.
Right.
Because I think, since like you said, it follows the anime, I think I was like in Viridian Forest and I found like a level 2 Pidgeotto.
Hmm.
I was like, that hurts me so much because nothing about this is right.
Well, it's not always perfect, but you know,
Yeah. Um.
you know.
Yeah. I think it would be fun. I mean, okay, depending on who I did it with, it'd be fun. I did it with my friends, and it was chaos and fun. But um, just playing, like, getting like a bunch of people together and either doing like a run through of like a game or something. Like with the modern games, I mean, like with Scarlet Violet. I mean, obviously, I don't I have Scarlet Violet, but I don't have the cartridge with me currently. It's with one of my friends, so I
Mm.
can't even play it anyways.
No.
But I know with that you can have like up to like 4 people just all run together and play through an adventure, which is fun.
Mm. Oh,
Um,
okay. I didn't know that.
because I've messed around with that. I think when I was just beating the game for myself, I was playing and I had one of my friends who already beat that just kind of follow me around, and then we would do some fun battles here and there. But I don't know. And then even stuff like the older games, just I mean, I did. I guess this is looping back into Nuzlocke now I think about it, because back in the day, I was playing. Back in the day, that wasn't that long ago.
Back in my day.
I was playing. I think it was Pokemon Sun, with a friend. We were doing just. We made up our own little challenge to play. We called it the California Lock. Just because we yeah, no, California has nothing to do with it. It's just it was technically
Sure.
it was technically just called the CA lock, so we just called it the California lock. Um,
Oh,
but
okay.
it was basically just me and my friend would play through kind of like normal Nuzlocke style. We go through, catch first Pokemon of each route, and then we trade that Pokemon with the other person. So then they would have to use whatever one they caught. Um, and then we go through, did some little fun shenanigans to make it easier on us, where it was like after each it's totems in that game, not gyms. Um, if you beat the totem, you could revive one Pokemon that had died. And
Mm. Okay.
so we bent the rules a little bit and had fun with it. Never completed that either, to be fair. I don't know. And especially when you get caught into things like trade evolutions, like I'm pretty sure we both had a trade evolution on our team at some point.
Mhm.
But just to keep things going and have fun, we traded back and forth, and I think he had like an Alakazam, and I had a Gengar or something.
Mm.
It was, yeah, I don't know.
That's some.
It's fun to do that. Uh, I enjoy doing challenges with like friends and whatnot, even if I don't get through it all, just because hey, hanging out with someone, probably doing something fun, and get a few laughs along the way.
Yeah.
And I mean, obviously, there's probably better games than single-player Pokemon to do multiplayer stuff with, but because I mean, I know
The
obviously,
multiplayer thing sounds good.
yeah, but I know obviously with what you said, because I know you've played other games before with other people and had fun.
Hmm.
I don't know if I was around early for those. I think I was only go. I remember seeing that you were live playing some other games though.
Yeah.
um,
Um,
but I don't know. It's fun. Hang out with friends, do stuff like this is like the best I can do. Unless did something. Ow. Ooh. Ow. What was
yeah.
that? Oh, no, it's Bulbasaur. um, just get to have fun like this, unless you do something like I don't know, like a pack battle or something. But uh, go back into expensive. I don't know. I don't do that very often, just because you usually got to have people around, and I'm not gonna try that long distance yet.
Mm.
Because then you gotta set that all up. I don't know. It's just I've done two. Just I don't know. It's like I had I think family over, not just like all right, here's $20. Here's $20. We're going to the card store.
Mm.
And then we just saw who got the best hits, and no one pulled anything exciting because why would we?
Right. Yeah. When you
But
want to, sometimes that's how it works. When you want to make content, you don't hit anything. When you don't make content, you hit everything.
yeah, I mean, I think it was.
Yeah.
I don't know. We were having fun. We're like, oh, this is great. I think I think my family member who won, literally won with a card that was worth $1.97. Like just going through all the packs so he picked because it was decently recent because I think Paldea Evolved was out um, at the time, and I was just opening up a bunch of that because I wanted to. uh,
Yeah.
and then my and then the family member who won was just ripping Sword and Shield, and yeah, they were getting hits, just not very good hits. But yeah, I don't know. It's fun. I don't know. That's why I want to try and hit card party next year, just because I want to go meet people in person. Like
No.
this is
Yeah.
fun, getting to be able to talk to people. I mean, it's already better than being able to interact, chat from chat, go more
Yeah.
face to
No.
face.
No. For sure. For sure.
Um, but yeah, I don't know. You don't. I mean, obviously, I live a little far away from everyone, so I don't run into anybody at all.
Yeah. Neither do I. Most of the guys that I built a relationship with, they're down south.
Yeah.
So it's a further way a ways. That's why you see like they usually do content with each other because they're close by. you
Yeah.
know. But
I mean, I don't know. It's all the way over here in Indiana. We don't. I gotta either travel south down to Florida to find some people, or travel all the way across the country to California to see some
right.
people.
Yeah.
It's just there's really no in between. I think I think I know of one other maybe content creator, maybe not, that is in the Pokemon community who lives in Indiana, and that's it. It's just, but yeah, ooh, that was a terrible voice crack. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really think I can do anything without dragging this out extremely long and going even further off topic than possible.
That's why I'm also smiling because I did notice we were going off topic. I was like, hey, whatever. I was like, whatever.
Yeah, but guess this would be as good a place as any to close it, I guess, now. But it was nice to have you on here to be able to chat and get to know you better and learn all.
Thanks for having me, TCG-Verse.
Yeah, but if you haven't already, which I'd be surprised if you haven't, go check out, subscribe to Hero nor Villain. That way, there we go. I'll have all of his stuff linked in the description or title or wherever you put the stuff at anymore. And I guess I will see you all next time. Tim Buckster out.
You guys see.
And 1 second. Swap.